Hi, my name is Pierre Walters. I'm the director and senior producer here at Blue Artists, and I want to share with you just a quick little story about a recent project I had. You know, just a few short months ago, I had a unique opportunity to travel all the way to Russia, and I stayed in Russia for about a month. Actually, I stayed in Russia for about a week, excuse me. And while I was there, I learned about this. First of all, I learned a lot of things. I learned something I didn't know. I didn't realize communism fell in Russia nearly 20 years ago in my lifetime. That was a shock to me. I learned that the people of Russia are incredible people. They are so friendly. They are so excited. And you know what's doubly important is I'm black, and in Russia they're not accustomed to seeing a lot of black guys. And in fact, I remember while we were walking through Moscow, while we were walking, checking out, touring the Kremlin, I was stopped probably half a dozen times by people who just wanted to take my picture because I looked different from what they were accustomed to seeing. Nonetheless, while I was there, I learned a very disturbing fact. Because of communism, there has not been a translation of the Holy Bible in that country, in the Russian territory, for nearly 130 years. Now, if you think about all the translations of the Bible we have here in America, and you think that in Russia, quite possibly the largest territory on the continent, I mean larger than Canada, the United States, and South America, it is immense. And the fact that the Russian people who speak the Russian language, have not had a Bible in their tongue translated for their tongue, contemporary Russian, in over 130 years is unbelievable. Well, turns out in just 2 years, in 2015, the very first contemporary translation of the Holy Bible will be available in Russian for the very first time. And there's an incredible story behind that. I'm a Seventh-day Adventist, and proud to be. And to know that my church is involved with the incredible story of what I think is the single most profound symbol of religious liberty is such a unique honor. You know, in Russia, in the 1920s, a young man was born. His name was Mikhail Kulikov. And he was born in a world of religious persecution. He was born in a world where you could not practice your faith without fear of your life. In fact, over the course of his life, he was incarcerated numerous times. He grew to become a pastor. And over the course of his life, he was incarcerated numerous times. He was sent to concentration camps, labor camps. He was sent to labor camps. He was tortured. This man went through hell because of his faith. And because of his sacrifice, though, and the sacrifice of his family, both generations before and even generations after him, something incredible happened. As you know, over the last 100 years, Russia has undergone an immense transformation. And as late as 1991, communism fell. And when communism fell, religious liberty sprung. But you know what? Through that history, Mikhail Kulikov led the way to unify the Seventh-day Adventist Church in the Russian territory. Again, this is a territory larger than Canada, the United States, and South America combined. Okay? He united, he brought together the leaders of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in this immense territory, which before this time had not been able legally to form and unite and to create an official church presence. Under his leadership, the Seventh-day Adventist Church was able to accomplish immense, unbelievable goals in the Russian Federation. One of those goals was a publishing house, and the other was a university, and of course many of those goals were just churches for people to come and quench the thirst of their faith. You know, he had a dream, though, a very special dream. And he's in fact, when I was in Russia, someone said to me, you know, Russian people, they're faithful, but they're seeking understanding. Faith seeking understanding. And Mikhail Kulikov took those words to heart. In fact, he was so serious about that until the day he died in 2010. He was not secretly, he was working on personally translating the entire Bible into contemporary Russian. I mean, can you imagine? That is an immense task for a whole team of people, let alone one person. But on his death, he passed the torch to his son, Mikhail Kulikov. And Michael and a team of people that is officially called the Russian Bible Translation Institute are working night and day in Zalsky to translate the Holy Word of God into complete contemporary Russian. This Bible will be unveiled in 2015. If you can just imagine 130 years of dramatic history, I mean the life of Mikhail Kulikov, labor camps, being thought of as a spy, an enemy of the country, on the list of the KGB to be killed. A story that culminates with the mighty Kremlin, the gated walls of Russian symbolic power being opened to the people for the first time in 100 years, and an evangelistic series being held right there in those walls. This is the story of Mikhail Kulikov. This is the story of daring to believe, though the heavens fall. This is a documentary that I would like to create. And I've created a concept proposal. I've created a script already. I even got the endorsement of Pastor Malin Church. And Pastor Malin Church is the writer who co-authored Though the Heavens Fall, which is Mikhail Kulikov's autobiography. He agreed to help me put together an incredible script for this documentary film. And this is a project that is very personal, it's very near and dear to my heart, and here's why. In 2008, just 2 years before Mikhail Kulikov passed away, I had an incredible opportunity to go to his house with his wife and interview them about the events leading up to the formation of the Russian Bible Translation Institute. And I want to thank Dr. Garrett Caldwell, the Public Relations Director of the Worldwide Seventh-day Adventist Church, for that incredible opportunity. And little did I know that just a few short years later, now in 2012, I would have the opportunity to go to Russia personally and to see what Mikhail was talking about in that interview. And I am just impressed. I am moved. And I want to produce a documentary film that shows to everyone the incredible story, not only of this man's life, not only of this man's legacy, but of the unification of our church in a land ripe with religious turmoil. You know, this is a story of faith seeking understanding. And this is an opportunity for us to share the story with the millions of people around the world who are for the first time ever going to be able to read and quench their thirst for understanding in the Holy Word of God.